Yeah, as a caster, I mean, I cast like Icebox, Ascent, and Haven basically every single week, all the time.
Yep.
So I do enjoy mix-ups, but I also at the same time do understand and accept the fact that those maps are picked a lot because they are like a little bit more of the standardized maps for consistent play for teams, like you said. The ones that are more established and on paper should win typically do win because it's left opportunity to do some crazy get caught by surprise opportunities. So we'll see as we're going into the first round of this fresh group in the group stage for the Fullerton LAN Nerd Street Champs and JK5. Doing a nice little owl drone clear. A little bit late to the party here. I feel like somebody could have stuck into Wine, so we'll see if Fun Size Maniacs actually go and clear out Wine fully or not.
They seem to be generally aware of it, but they're looking to just push through. Varix pops the Tailwind, looking to gain early control. Boda uses the recon, finds the first, but the door closes behind them. They're sitting in front of that smoke, and I don't think they're aware of it. In comes a swing. Jadian with the kills. Robin does drop Boda, so it's now down to the 2 versus 4. 1 low HP, and Panda drops. It's down to just Dagris in a 1 versus 4. Not gonna happen, even with low HP. The body shot will close them out. The pistol goes the way of the Fun Size Maniacs. The Orgless squad picking up our first round.
Indeed. Indeed, indeed. Nobody was there after all. Zenigma Alpha was predicted on the positioning. Only able to get a couple kills. Do they go for the Marshall? I don't agree with it, but they could. If this was Breeze, 100%, which is one of those things like, you know, other maps, Breeze, go with Marshall all the time, you know, like mix it up. Since Sheriffs are in the hands. Speaking of maps, though, I will say that it's been nice that we've had a different map every time so far, Time of Light, so I'm knocking on wood that it continues on, and we'll eventually get Breeze and Fracture, but we'll see as the day goes on.
Return fragment. Oh no! They have to be forced out. JDN and MJK5 both finding a kill. Robin's just holding W. The door is closed. He's sitting in front of it. He swings and finds absolutely nothing. Anticlimactic, to say the very least. I'm a little upset he found nothing. That would have been really fun.
Yeah, the swing was a little bit too strong when he came out of the smoke. Didn't expect him to keep on strafing full speed off to the side. Just couldn't track it well enough. Kenny now alongside
Out of charges.
Boda. Can't they do much here? Don was a little bit aware of them, but the trademark off towards B main. He stuck through mid instead. Don not ready for it. Kenny gets the surprise factor, 9 HP. This is Omen stuck over towards Wine, and this is an opportunity that Zenigma Alpha could do some good damage here. There goes that shock dart. Got an upgrade on the weaponry there as well.
This is again damage being done. MJK5 has the knife out. It will not be retrieved. The Spectre, not the knife. Unfortunately, you can't pick up other teams' knives. Then I would have a cool knife every single round.
Awesome.
But it doesn't happen. Fun Size Maniacs do indeed pick up their second round. It costs them a little bit, so it's going to be an eco-ish kind of round for the squad. It's a bonus, but it's one of those where you still have to purchase a little bit. It's one of those odd situations in the terms of Valorant economics.
What would be cool so the floor isn't littered? I literally just thought about the logistics of how this could happen, so I could have missed something. But if you go up and just push the button for swapping, you swap whoever is there, and that's like the highest upgraded weapon, like the gun would be. Or if you hold the swap button, then it gives you a little scroll wheel thing, and you can like select it kind of like you've seen like Apex Legends or something like that, and you just like grab their pistol change or the knife change instead, you know, swap those out instead. That'd be cool, because if you have the floor littered with like knives and stuff all the time, that gets kind of crazy. Especially if you try to do the hot swap for a spike. Speaking of hot swaps, JDN off the hot swap of the bait and switch from the teammate, able to catch them by surprise, gets the first frag over to Zenigma Alpha, forcing Panda back. But they're able to get a spike kill. Answer's back again for 2.
Money needs to find the kill there. Varix doesn't find the frag across, finally does, and picks up the Vandal, looking for a second, finds just that. Kenny, now 1 versus 2, not gonna happen. The Headhunter finds the head. Looks like they've been finding what they've hunted for. Fun Size Maniacs pick up their bonus and now have a massive economic advantage over a, to be honest, broke Zenigma Alpha.
Definitely did. Bonus win was massive there for Fun Size Maniacs. And also perhaps a comms issue. Varix got the kill behind Ginny, and those other 2 members of Zenigma Alpha appeared to be completely unaware of that fact
cool down. They're
and
good
continued
enough
not
to
even
win
paying
it.
attention at all. And Varric kind of swung around and was like, all right, I guess I'll get another free kill. And that could be something that would be a major factor moving forward. But perhaps not if Kenny keeps hitting insane martial headshots.
Agrius looking to hit insane hot shots of their own. Doesn't. Dies. The tailwind apparently does not land. Boda swing around, finds a kill of their own though. The sonar dart lands, as does the trademark. That's information. JD and Psalm! Oh no! JD and Psalm, I don't think they're aware of it. The swing in through mid. Robin looking for the kill down long, but they have to clear them out in this close position, and they don't. Away goes the Omen, saving themselves in that situation. But A now seems to be the call for full... Do they get it?
Robin certainly in a terrible situation. That was a checkmate for sure by Kenny. Now it's a 2 versus 4 situation. Kenny just dominating with his martial, at least getting good damage off. Money finishing off the kill onto JDN, who's weakened from the body shot from Kenny. It's all down to Don, who will be able to get this spike, and there's those hot swaps I was talking about before. And 1v4 though, on an anti-eco round, a little unlucky to be honest, but does have 30 seconds to work with. This whole lineup from Zenigma Alpha, I'm going to struggle with that word. I just can't English it. Definitely looking really good. High lows. How do you win that? Get one and fall out. Find a second, perhaps. Could be the case.
Difficult to find, unfortunately. Looking for it with time as well. Having to walk straight into a crossfire and will die. Kenny the one to get the kill, but Zenigma Alpha finally pick up a round. Again, it's a round that they shouldn't. We've seen this before as well. Not winning the anti-bonus, yet winning the following. It's happened in 3 of our 4 games now. And it's an odd position to be in. I'm a little surprised. And by the way, the reason that you can't say Zenigma and you saying, oh, you can't English, it's because it's not an English word. So I'll give you
Yeah,
this.
but I want to say it, man. I want to say. I feel like I have to like focus every time I say the word. Like my brain just doesn't flow it.
Get that spooky ghost boy.
Because I want to say enigma, but the Z, like, it's just too special for me. I
You want
can't.
to play? Let's play.
Maybe I need to get more
Z's
culture.
in words.
Yeah, I need to, start wearing vests and stuff if I need to get to the level of saying enigma easily.
I
Spend some
just
time
wear
near some
t-shirts and
fireplaces.
polos. I love it. JDN looking towards mid. And Don seems to be getting a decent bit of control. That's information gained there for Don. Even though the trademark doesn't actually find anybody, because it's shot, it finds the info. With the Tour de Force pop, this is a mostly eco for SM because of the position. What a bait from the Owl Drone, though. Robin doesn't clear the corner. Panda is playing the timing, finds a first, finds a second. Down goes JDN. Robin just not clearing it could cost their team the round. The spike no longer in their hands. Yes, they have the A-site control, but that means absolutely nothing without the way to plant it in hand. Varix finally does remove Money V, but Panda has yet to be cleared. And with the Tour de Force out, Don is in an awkward position to do so.
That weakness we saw earlier on the first pistol round, not properly clearing corners, might be an issue that caused them this round here. FSM do answer back, but Boda doing the same, and the nice hold from Panda on land ping will shut down Varix. Nice job there. Is it Enigma Alpha able to get another round on the board?
This is a round where FSM will bring it back. That's the issue that we see here for Zenigma Alpha. You can see 2 players buying. Varix will pop the Blade Storm, and Don's going to use a lot of Headhunter shots. That's the situation here for the fun-size Maniacs, looking to make it family-size Maniacs if they can go huge enough.
I like that one. That was a good one.
I've been waiting for that one. I'm not going to lie.
Get
I
out
respect
of my
it.
way.
And hey, man, if they win the whole tournament, fantasy size Maniacs,
I like it, yeah.
yeah, a little
Hey,
grandiose.
Twitch, find us adjectives that start with an F.
Oops.
There you go.
For shocking.
Shocking. Fantastic shot, that's for sure.
There you go.
There you go. Lockdown is available for Zenigma as well as that from the shadows. They have a fast rotation and a full hold if the B site is the way that FSM wants to go. which seems to be the case. So they can have them stall out with a lockdown, get the rotation fast, and fully bolster the line from Zenigma. Here it comes.
They're just gonna hold W in towards B. MJK5 is prepping the sonar dart to find the information. They will remove that turret eventually. In comes the Null command for the attacking side, making Kenny, well, Null and Void. Nice fragment, does a decent bit of damage in towards defender spawn. MJK5 holding down that flank though, finds the kill across that was indeed needed. Money V dies to the Blade Storm. A good position now for the Fun Size Maniacs. On the B side, does have the spike down, but does not have as much control as they would like. It's still this 3 versus 3. Headhunter is out, can play the long angle across from the logs. Do they clear this? That's the real question. No, they don't have to. The rendezvous's used. Away goes Don. Verix still waiting in tow across that far position. Will indeed die, but Don, do they clear this? That's the question posed.
Wow.
It may not matter. Robin with a double on just a single spray, and Don with the headshot does indeed land the frag. Panda will die. Fun Size Maniacs do indeed go family size.
They do indeed. And the problem there for Zenigma is that they had gotten suppressed. Kenny couldn't get the lockdown dropped, was pushed back through the defending archway there and forced in the back alley. So they couldn't actually get in position, drop that lockdown, stall out FSM. So Robin, honestly, with that tactical timing of utility usage, pushing on the site the way they did, getting the big frags at the end, things like that, definitely looks to be the MVP of that round. Nice little rat opportunity from them as well, cutting off rotation from Zenigma. So keeping that round lead beautifully.
Daggery, unsuccessful in landing the opening 2 blades in the Blade Storm. The cold front has passed. Now it's time for the tail end of that one with the tailwind still available. That one I've been holding on to for a while as well, in all fairness.
Yeah, that's good.
FSM still need a massive bit of control because the ultimate economy just is not in their favor. Plain and simple, it is not. There are now 4 ultimates available here for the defensive side. Daggery prepping that tailwind, finds a first, does not find the second, but still finds a little bit of damage. And Panda dropping the Shrouded Step, getting the heck out of dodge, and mid-control gained back by Zenigma Alpha. Even with that opening pick, it won't kill them, quite literally.
What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, though, so perhaps the comeback could be happening here, you know? Kenny hears it. Judge zone hand, has to wait it out. Gets checked close. The distraction is there, but only good for 1. Daggery is only it will abide on that much. Access on the site is gained from FSN.
30 seconds left.
Some damage being done. Panda finds a frag. Suddenly it's all down to 1 from FSM.
Daggery is stuck on a classic, yet won at least a 75 HP duel, and apparently does not care. Don, now in a 1 versus 3, doesn't have the spike, doesn't have the time. It's a save. Phantom will be saved over along with the 8 Headhunter bullets. But an outstanding round, an unlikely one at that from Zenigma Alpha. There's a decent bit of control gained using the Blade Storm, but I don't think it was a situation that they should have won as convincingly as they did. Of the 5 ultimates they had coming into the round, they use 1. It finds a kill, lots of damage, and lots of control. And even then, you still see Daggery find a kill with the classic after it expires.
I'm seeing a lot of really good jabs, a lot of good crosses from FSM so far, but I haven't really seen the like 1-2 punch, you know, the combinations, right? Like sitting in the flash, pop and swing in as Verix is going in with a tailwind, going with the cloudburst. That's exactly when Robin drops a flash or JDN drops a paranoia, you know, like these like 1-2 punches to execute explode on site. I haven't really seen that from FSM a whole lot so far. It's been a lot of just like really good shots. That's why they're in the lead for sure, but it's not consistent, and they're not continuing to grow that lead largely because of that.
They clear logs. Panda just waiting. There's 1. There's 2. Looking for a 3rd. Will line them all up. Knock them all down. A 4th as well to boot. Is shut down. The ace will not happen. The shock dart to deny. But a 4K and a round win for Zenigma Alpha will tie us right back up.
And again, we're seeing a situation where they're getting punished for not properly checking the corners. You gotta clear those corners. We saw in that very first round, I was like, interesting, they didn't challenge or check for wine. And go figure, 2 rounds, they give up so many members by not doing that simple like 101 of the game, which, yes, I understand there's so much you have to do in this game. So sometimes you have to just assume one's cleared or something like that. But like, situation like that, have one person swing right, you know, like, earlier on when they're pushing towards tree, have one person check on the right side. You can't let those rats get so much effectiveness that Zenigma Alpha is able to get so far. All these ultimates online for them as well. The score is tied up, but you have to see that the advantage is certainly the side of the defensive team right now. And that's exactly why the attackers have taken this time out. The lead has been dwindled. They don't have any ultimates to answer back with. Their Kami is in a little bit of a rocky start right now. That was a bit of a save round, to be fair, but still one that was given away so quickly and effectively to the defending team.
A lot of control gained by Zenigma Alpha that they really shouldn't have as much of. Yes, control is nice, but it's being given to them by the fun-sized maniacs, and it's in situations you really don't expect. For instance, in Panda, not being cleared towards logs. Clear your corners, kids. It has an exponentially higher chance of you living throughout the encounter. Daggery looking to find more kills. I have to say I'm a little disappointed with Daggery early on in this game, but Panda really hasn't been giving the rest of the team an opportunity to frag out in the situations where they have won rounds, and Panda is the catalyst to it on a consistent basis. Daggery prepping the tailwind. There's a swing. Shot misses. They take a decent bit of damage as well, and the operator out has to back away as in goes the 0 point. In goes a lot of control. It does not find Boda, though, in the close corner, and in tandem, they just won't clear it.
Here.
Yeah, so far as they know, it's just the jet that's holding the angle, and it was pushed out to the doorway, so they could have pushed in. But I like that they, after that timeout, have a little bit more composure. Realize, we didn't fully check this corner, and this is being held by an operator. This might be a good spot to push. This full killjoy setup is for tree, so FSM, they're finding the one position in the whole map that they actually could have an advantage on this rotation. They go for the greed on the overgrab. Something I would do in a ranked game, it's all the time, but obviously would not be a good call here because it gives away to the defending Killjoy of Kenny. This folks on the way. Side is accessible. Explosion about to happen. There it goes. Wow.
And he doesn't care, apparently. Just shooting JDN straight through the dark cover. Who cares, right? Barracks has to back
Might as
away
well.
as the fragment does a little bit of damage to themselves. Kenny finding the open to those an outstanding position for Zenigma Alpha to be in. They will prep a full utility retake. In goes the Hunter's Fury, finding
Wow.
Dawn in the back corner of main. What is that opening shot? The lockdown on the other side, they've been saving up these ultimates. Why not use them? The null command as well. The only one they've yet to use is from the shadows, and there's no real reason to put it through. Robin, still in a good position, backs away. Barracks with the frag across. A Hunter's Fury finding damage as well, but it's down to this 1 versus 4. MJK5 prepping in that shock dart. Does it find the damage? That's the real question. The shots,
What?
they do. There's one, there's two. He does not find the third. It may not matter. Is time there? It is indeed, with 5.7 seconds left. Kenny finds the defuse. Zenigma Alpha, by the hair of their chinny chins, take the lead.
Yeah, I would have lost it. I was like starting to lose it because I got the first 2 kills and lined up for that spray transfer. Almost got the kill. 32 HP was all that was left. That was so close. That was crazy. Boda having that Hunter's Fury mostly cleared Hell, which I believe that might be why they got caught by surprise by Varix for a little bit there on that retake situation. Oh wait, somebody's actually in Hell, but still, Zenigma Alpha doing a great job overall. A lot of ultimates used that time around though. It's just the front shadows remaining good. Oh man, that was such a close end to that round.
Here.
I can't believe I can't believe he almost won it. I can't believe he lost it, and I
Here.
can't believe he almost won it again.
Yeah.
I think my
A roller
takeaway from
coaster.
that round is my takeaway from that round is wow. I think that's all I have to say. That's my how that round went is wow. Boda's no way. Kenny gets the kill because Dawn was shooting the turret. And now Money's in a good position, is flashed out, has to back away. Shooting down, the 0 point doesn't land. Money is flashed out, flashes themselves back in, but nobody there to receive, as it isn't even intercepted. It's just gonna go
the greed of this?
incomplete. Money
Don't greed for
does this
it.
cost him? That's the real question. The 0 point, it detects the omen. He finds the first. I don't know if he's going to clear the close right corner. That's the issue he's going to run into. They have to make sure they don't take this fight if they don't have to, and in this situation, they really do not have to. It is a 5 versus 3, so you'd like to get an opener back the other way. MJK5 is in a good position, but takes a fight way too early. Robin brings one back, but only one back. It is down to Varix, who's no longer. A strong round from Zenigma Alpha in a round they should have won. It was, in all fairness, an eco for the fun-sized maniacs, but they've gone even smaller as they've lost the lead.
And though they were the one person to have fallen that round, I do really like the composure from Money in that moment. Of just like, I really want to go. You saw that inching forward. Like, I really want to get in here and clear these angles, but there could be a crossfire, and that's exactly why they didn't push through. Waiting for the rest of the team to position JD and get there to help out for the angles as well, things like that. So it's good to see that they'll have that composure and self-control to keep the cleanliness on these anti-eco rounds. They are supposed to win the round. They win that round for sure, but it's more of a question of how clean can they do that, keep their economy alive. This worked last time for FSN.
Oh, Kenny long range? No way. Do they get the res though? They should be able to reignite the core. They'll attempt it. Dawn finds the tracers and finds the kills. Robin's right back into this. The null command works out perfectly. It baits out the Odin, baits out the shots the second time around, and well, the tour de force, even with that just single shot, lands as it needs to. Dawn's now holding the long angle. They need to take this fight, and they really cannot afford to. A good shock dart, that's a nice bit of geometry, finds a decent bit of damage. They're trying to clear this close corner, and they do. Dawn, they're aware of his position. The paranoia doesn't land though. Daggery peeking through, finds the shot as soon as the dark cover lands. Robin's still in a good position to deal with this though. Plays in front. They should be aware of his general position. The spray lands as well. Flashbang looking for the frag. It'll find it. It's down to Panda. 1 versus 3 has to break onto a site with all 3 players waiting. And the Odin straight through the wall. Why the heck not, right? The fun size maniacs having fun with it and bringing us back to within 1.
What a shot by Dawn there. Through the smoke, taking out Kenny, just tracing the bullets a little bit there. And that was a massive moment because from there on, all that Killjoy utility gone from the site. Nothing stopping FSM from flooding onto it. And a little surprised, honestly, that last flash didn't even like get the half flash on the Panda, like didn't register at all. Just barely it was around the corner, perhaps. But yeah, last round, the half. It's been a little back and forth as far as momentum goes. Overall, though, Zenigma Alpha has looked better, but FSM may have figured things out. That's what Zenigma Alpha is trying to account for. They're stacking so many people over B site, but it's going to be an A-hit at the very end. At least position for one.
They're fully clearing the site as well. In goes a 0 point. It does not land on anybody, but still finds the kill. Kenny finds the frag using the Nano Swarm onto Dawn, and it's still a 4 versus 3. Even though they vacated the site, they still find the control they need. The spike will be able to go down. No, it doesn't. Kenny gets the kill again, somehow through the smoke, no less. There's no way he finds even more. Boda's gonna clear out Hell, does find one, but is yet to find the second. That's the issue he's gonna run into. Playing a little bit of geometry should find the damage, and does, but not as much as they would like. Daggery does get out. JDN vacates the position, but not far enough. It's Varix in a 1 versus 4. No. Not even close. Zenigma Alpha win the half.
Switching sides.
Yeah, outside of that pistol round, the anti-eco therefore, majority of it was definitely in favor of Zenigma Alpha. I mean, they did lose that anti-bonus, so I was thinking, oh man, is this going to be one of those things where it's like the first game of a group stage and just FSM is just going to run away with it? No, Zenigma Alpha figured it out, realized that, okay, these corners aren't being completely checked, we can get away with rat angles. Kenny holding the spray down on prediction angles as well, having off angles like right there, so the spray wasn't very easy, it wasn't accomplished. Good adjustments overall by Zenigma Alpha to come out on top for the first half, but this is still a very close game nonetheless, and we'll have to see how these teams perform on the other side of things.
It's the second half of play here in game number 1 for Group F. We've moved all the way down the group tables, by the way, for all of you who are just joining us. It finds a lot of information, and they can now work off of that. Dawn has to back away. That's the most important part about it, but now that the 0 point has expired, I'm surprised that they haven't found as much ground as I would have liked on the Fun Size Maniac side.
Oh, and they're going to clear the corners. I love that. Let's go. Clear the corners.
Love to see it.
Love to see it. Oh, wait. Maybe they won't. No way. Don't bait me to hyping you up and you just don't clear it. At least people are watching it in case somebody swings. But it's fun size having maniacs on the site, find the kills. At least so far.
Don doesn't find the kill, actually has to back away. They're suppressed as well. The headhunter shots will not be used for the time being. It is still a 4 versus 3. Fun Size Maniacs have the man advantage, not particularly the HP advantage. Both KOs are extremely low. The sonar lands, but Don still has to clear out that door, and finally does. Robin, using that fragment, will take out their counterpart as money drops, as does Panda. It's down to just one. Not gonna happen. Don will get the defuse, stealing it away from their Omen as JDN is ousted from the position. Fun Size Maniacs win the pistol yet again. They cannot be stopped on pistol rounds.
We'll have to say that they do have a little bit of advantage in pistol rounds because of the chamber. They have a headhunter, which just beats sheriff, so you just have the best gun in the lobby for pistols. So a little bit of a favoritism there, but obviously a lot more factors go into how they've been winning pistols for sure. We'll have to see. I mean, we saw Zenigma Alpha figure things out and make the big comeback and end up on top for the first half. No reason to assume they can't do it again. However, obviously, good look for FSM for being consistent on pistols. Very consistently gets you a lot of round wins, which is all that really matters at the end of the day.
JDN looking for even more round wins here for the defensive side. MJK5, the shock dart doesn't land. The nanoswarm, oh, it does not either. It's a 4K for JDN. What is that? Fun Size Maniacs make it a clean second round win here on the defensive side. They're continuing with their reign of terror. The question now remains, do they win their bonus round for the second half running?
Yeah, that definitely is like that mark on the record of the first half, even though they came out on top of it. It still is like, oh, we did also lose our anti-bonus. We got them win the bonus round, which is not a feels good moment. They do have 2 bulldogs right now for Zenigma, which certainly is a fair gun up against specters and such, but doesn't really have that one tap, but perhaps one burst kill threat.
Take flight.
I think the issue they're running into, the reason they have to buy those bulldogs, is because of the fact that they sent a little bit too much into the previous round. Don finds the information and rendezvous away. That should be the sound cue as to his general position. Varix playing in towards main, does not hit the shot, is rather damaged themselves. It's still mid-control here for Zenigma Alpha, but Fun Size Maniacs are more than happy to give that away. They want to play on the site proper and deny control early. They're taking the opposing approach than we saw from the Zenigma Alpha side. It's play on site rather than just give it away for free and play retake, and with this weapon disadvantage, I understand.
So a nice tempo shot by Mundy there. And a frag on the person just trying to swing in. Spike has been planted. 5v4 on the site. Alodrone's going to give them so much information to work with. That's at least 2. They've seen the presence of 3. There is confirmed. You know exactly what they're working with now.
They're about to find the 4th as well. Robin flashes, it lands, just not the kills, and this should be a relatively clean finish to the round for Zenigma Alpha. Dropping Boda, nothing more. The Valkyrie will fall from the sky as the skin gives us a very indicative finish to the round. Zenigma Alpha will win their anti-bonus this time around, and some information from around the Fullerton LAN for y'all who are just joining us. We do have 6 defined qualified teams. The number 1 seeds from groups A, B, and C respectively, Zero Marksman Black, Leet or 1337, and Tone Gaming. The second from A, B, and C respectively are 2-inch, Nixie's Breath, and what we saw just last game, Rank G.
Oh, so 2-inch came out on top, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, congrats to them. Hate to see Apollo Esports go, but it's the nature of tournaments is you're going to see a lot of really awesome teams and players have to just bow out sometimes early on. Barracks finding 2 on this round. This is the moment FSM gets the big buy for themselves. Mid-control being fought for so like passionately between these 2 teams that Fragment's going to make things tough for Daggerist. Able to get out, jet things. Finds the frag as well. Don, what? Evens the playing field 2 for 2.
Last player standing.
Oh, Kenny's dead. 1 versus 2. Now as Daggery is left alone, but has a lot of time to work with. There's now just a minute gone, or a minute left, as there's only 40 seconds gone. He's trying to find an opener in towards mid and then pick a site. The information's now given. Cloudburst trying to play the one-way, but he has to pick. That's the issue he's going to run into, is pick a site. And honestly, I would just run B, but I also have X-ray vision, and I know where FSM side is, so I have a little bit of a biased perspective. Daggery does not, and is just playing this blindly. Seemingly clearing the corners he has to, but he's about to get caught with timing. Does indeed. As soon as he looks away from Robin, Robin swings him and finds the kill. Fun size, tie us right back.
That was close. You can kind of see that possibility happening, developing, where like the timing could have been perfect, where Robin was looking out towards B site, finds the back of MJK5, and then instantly swings a 180, takes out Robin as well before Robin can realize what exactly is happening. You know, like, I can see it happening, but unlucky, and FSM earned that advantage and used that to win the round. 8-8 now. A lot of that was thanks to Varix getting a big double kill over towards mid and maintaining mid control, which is so important in this map to go translate into B control, essentially. And that's what Zenigma Alpha is going to try to go for again, with Kenny pushing up over towards Fridge, which I'm still not sure why it's called Fridge.
Oh!
Nice jump
Look
out
at
with
the
Don.
coordination.
Take flight.
Don not only finds the kill there, but is flashed in by the KO in heaven.
Yeah, that was a good lineup.
That's outstanding. I love coordination like that. Pop flashes are outstanding, especially when they're Counter-Strike-esque pop flashes. The old classic ones where you send them from long distance and they land at the perfect time, where there's very little time to turn around, if any at all.
Yeah.
Kenny's gaining a decent bit of mid control, though, through Market. Has to go in towards Market itself in order to gain as much as they would like. Already pushing in towards the defender main position. Does he get cleared? I think MJK5 is aware of his general position. There's the swing. Kenny gets the kill. In goes the null command. They want to push on towards this A position. Again, a 1-for-1 trade. This time, Kenny coming out on top as he finds 2 on the round. It's the A site fallen. Lots of control gained in this general area. The null command will expire. That's the final suppression that will be sent out. So Varix can send themselves in, but has to find the kill in order to prep up the tailwind, and just does not. Good flash over, but it does not help whatsoever. It leaves Panda in a 1 versus 2. Playing in towards wine, fakes that shrouded step. Does it work? That's the real question. I think they're going to try and clear it. The swing, unsuccessful. Robin's still in a good position to look for the kill. Does not find it. Panda clutches it out. Somehow, some way, with just 3 HP. Zenigma Alpha take the lead.
Great composure there by Panda. Sets up the one way so the defuse is nowhere near a safe play. Predicts that they're going to be swinging for it instead. So follows back. Keeps the shots going, lines them up. It is almost entirely prediction work there by Panda. Little information to go off of. Continues the shots on Don, just predicting that they're going to swing through. 3 HP, living there at the very end of things too.
That's nuts. I cannot fathom how nuts that is. Varix finds the opener, getting aggressive towards A main. That's the first time that's happened this far. Aggression towards A main itself rather than just Wine Cellar. And in response, Zenigma Alpha are holding W in through mid. JD in a good position to deal with this. Does not. It is dropped. That should be the B site gone, but they don't know it. That's the issue they're running into. They're unaware. Finally, they are, as the spike will go down in a good position. Daggery playing around towards Cat. FSM have to retake.
Wow, Ultimate's online, but can't use those if you're dead. Kenny's have to save that for the next round, that's for sure. Zenigma Alpha try and keep the round lead intact, but 3 versus 4 situation. They have spike planted, B site, but the null command is being popped. The swarm is going in for FSM, and 4-2. I don't know if Zenigma Alpha can actually hold on to this.
1v gets a kill. Robin dropped. Down goes the null commanding KO. It's down to just 1 shot through. Panda closes it out, dropping Don through the wall. A 3K for the Omen. Zenigma Alpha on to double digits.
Wow. It is actually amazing that they were able to win that out. Like, it's 2v4. They have no command. They're popping flashes, throwing themselves on sight, swinging on different angles, and still somehow Panda not only lives through all that with that forward positioning, but also gets a tro kill amidst all of it too. And they got to save all of those ultimates. It's insane. They still have that 100 Sphere to work with. The lockdown, no 100 Sphere on FSM to be able to counter lockdown either, so they can use that to get essentially free access to a site.
It's nuts to see how consistent Zenigma Alpha has been, even with the weapon disadvantage and the ultimate disadvantage. The second half has been a little rocky for them, but they've kept it back. They've brought it back in totality. It was 7-7, then 8-8, and now they've taken real control. Again, it's a 2-round deficit that we saw at the beginning of the half. We've caught up. It's back to normality as Zenigma Alpha continue their reign of terror. 0 point prepped as the lineup towards the back right corner of heaven can be brought through. The question is, do they prep it? Because they want to try a surprise on towards A, get as little aggression back the other way as possible. Speaking of it, there's the lockdown.
And that lockdown position is really hard to do any kind of like
It's a fake.
shape. Yeah, it is a fake. We could talk
maybe
about.
not?
It's a double fake.
No, it's a fake fake. It's a fake fake. Oh, they're fake faking it. In goes this play in towards A. The fake fake with the shroud, or the from the shadows popped. The Hunter's Fury from a main. They'll get a free plant as the lockdown forced everybody back.
I will say though that they used all this utility to get on the site. FSM still has a lot of their own, but they are a player down at this point.
Swing through. JDN brings one, but Barracks is dropped. They don't clear the close corner. Again, they fall victim to it, even on the attacking side. Well, they can still hold corners that FSM refused to clear. Zenigma Alpha win 3 in a row, back to back to back. They extend their lead 2-3.
And I was going to say that spike, the plant, not spike plant, but the lockdown plant location there, so tough to get a shock bolt over there. I don't even know fully if it's really possible. I haven't seen anybody do lineups for it at least, so that's a tricky spot for sure. And FSM, we've now seen at least 3 rounds that maybe they didn't lose the entire round from it, but at the very least they lost a significant amount of people due to just not checking a corner. It's at least 3 rounds now they lost a multi-kill to a rat. That they just didn't swing, they didn't clear it. Something they definitely need to shore up that weakness moving forward on the day. Ideally in this game for them, but at the very least, if they lose this game in the lower bracket. Riding themselves now, finding success.
He's gained a Vandal. He swings toward Dagger, who's completely unaware. Where's the communication? And Panda holding the long angle across, trading out with their comrade, but Don backing away. No reason to take a fight that they've already won twice over. Still in a good position to deal with some of these rotations. Maybe this Zenigma Alpha side thinks he's backed away. They'd be incorrect in assuming so, but he's just holding the corner, trying to, well, have them fall victim to the same thing that FSM has. The dink onto Kenny, unsuccessful in killing him as Panda drops JDN. The counterpart is now taken care of, but the flank comes through. He drops, and Panda, not the second, though. He's on to a 3K on the round, but is dropped directly after. Robin looking to pick up right where his teammate left off, but leaving Boda in a 1 versus 3. The option seems to be B, but with just 20 seconds left on the clock, there's very little time to pull it off.
FSM has to assume that they're going to be going for B at this point. There's just no time to rotate over towards A site, and the last one we're seeing in mid just a few seconds ago. But
10
you have
seconds left.
control of a catwalk, but yeah, now they're like, okay, yeah, they're going to go B site. The spike will get planted, but might die immediately after.
Oh, the sonar. Oh my goodness. He switches out for the Sheriff just for the wall bang ability. The high caliber weapon does indeed land. He's got the Hunter's Fury. This time we will not see a Hunter's Fury used after time. Rather, they switch things out and start to prep up that Blade Storm. It's not to completion just yet, but regardless, it's a fun size Maniacs win. They bring themselves up onto 9 and dwindle that lead down to 2 as Zenigma Alpha send themselves onto their final real purchase before they're forced onto an eco.
Some upgrades as well for FSM being rewarded. Massive, massive, massive round for Don. I mean, not only getting those 2 big kills, eventually 3, but also burned a ton of time on the clock, forcing MJK5 or forcing Boda, sorry, into a very reckless position for the spike plant at the very end. Still down by 2, but they have a Hunter's Fury they're only now to work with. And a lot of mid control.
Tailwind's already used, though. That's the issue you run into. The prep of the Tailwind properly put through. Puts them in an awkward position. Don, well, we know they're not cheating. And oh, now they're dead. Don dropped the second attempt. No way,
Wow.
Boda wins another. Down goes JDN. A massive bit of control now gained for Zenigma Alpha. All that mid control we thought they had is now gone. Daggery backs away, but with the null command popped, in goes the rest of the squad. They close the door, gain the entirety of B for themselves. The Hunter's Fury is available. The question now remains, is it utilized? No.
In a 3v5 situation, it's next round would be match point if they lose this one for FSM, so they would still at least have another round to work with for Hunter's Fury. But yeah, you kind of want to take the gamble here. Gets one frag at the very least, closes the things up, gets another tag as well. There's a few weak members over the side of Zenigma Alpha.
They haven't cleared Boda yet. That's the issue. Boda gets the kill across onto their counterpart. The sonar drops one. He gets on a 4K. Verix left alone. A 1 versus 3. Needs a 4K of their own just to win the round. It's not going to happen. Zenigma Alpha pick it up. It's a 4K for the Sova, picking out every single one other than Verix and ZA onto match point.
And with that, Boda now has their own Hunter's Fury. Wonder if they're going to fight for orb control to get Kenny that lockdown as well to get onto the site yet again, just like they did before. But Kenny kind of left all alone right now, so perhaps not, which would be a little interesting. Not something I agree with. Definitely fight for the orb, get the orb lockdown. They just use the Hunter's Fury on the side of FSM.
Scanning ahead.
One of the few real counters to that lockdown has been sent
that?
to the Shadow Realm. It's already been used. Flash, though. Oh, no, we can't see anything. The wallbang lands. Boda dropped early. It is traded. There's one. The rendezvous out keeps the chamber alive, but only just barely. The information as to Verix position is not there, though. That's the issue Daggery will run into. The swing across. Verix finds the kill through the wall and will back away in tandem. Kenny there to deny the flank across. Finds the timing. Doesn't find the kill. Verix is nuts.
Huh. Yeah, rough angle to hold there by Boda. Can't use Hunter's Fury. Lockdown being safe for the next round because instead of getting the orb themselves, he just died so they can get the ultimate online now. 2v4. We've seen Zenigma do this before, especially with Panda still alive. That was when the spike was already planted. Time was working in their favor. They already had control of a site. This time around, they don't. MGK5 able to find the frag on the money. Panda gets one of their own, jumps in excitement. A little bit of a pressure situation, if you will. Gets another Panda. Can't do it. It's
I
close.
thought he had it. I'm not gonna lie to you. JDN was on 60 HP.
Yeah.
Saw the Sova relatively low as well. MJK5 was around 30-ish in that same position. FSM do push themselves into double digits. That's the first real way to push yourself back into this, but they have a massive ultimate disparity. From the Shadows is available on both sides, but it's only the Blade Storm left over on this FSM half. Boda and Kenny both have very good sectioning and damage building ultimates. The Hunter's Fury doing a little bit more damage than the Lockdown. The Lockdown just a catalyst to damage ability. This is a strong position for Zenigma Alpha to be in. They have an ultimate advantage. They have an economy advantage. They have the ultimate economy advantage. I could go on.
They have an advantageous economic ultimate as well.
Yes.
Yes. We also have a 44 situation with the lockdown and the Hunter's Fury still alive. Zagreus gets wood, good for one. Trade out. These ults just pop the lockdown, get on the site, vibe out. They choose not to do so right now. I wonder why. They're just cutting noise, making it seem if they go to A site, perhaps, but I would wonder why FSM would want to do that, considering the fact that they know B site was given up.
Seems like
Waiting for the timer.
FSM are aware that it's just a fake. The sonar finds some information, but not as much as they would like. JD in the back corner has from the shadows available. Don has the kill onto End Panda. Boda getting aggressive, finds the head and the lockdown along with the Hunter's Fury, both available. The spike will be planted. Almost certainly the lockdown soon to follow, but they have to find the kills in order for it not to be taken away. There's one. Verix dropped. 1 versus 2. Don to keep fun size maniacs alive. The swing, they have to make it out. They have to make it out of this cone, and they're just running away. There's no time. That should indeed do it. That may just end the game. He's still detained. But wait a second, he could still come back. They haven't gotten aggressive enough. The information will land for the sonar. He's swinging around, will not find the kill. Boda does indeed a 3K to close the map out. Zenigma Alpha take ascent. They move themselves on to the upper decider.